Welcome to episode 28 of your Technology Questions Answered on this day, April 10th, 2011. I'm your host, Steve Smith, aka Z-Axis. And yes, you may call me that, and we'll be talking about your computer and spring cleaning. So, what are we going to be talking about? A list of tasks you should do in order. A list of software, most of them free, just one of them paid if you want to have it. You don't have to. And get this, a reason to why you should do each task, because people tell you that you should do them, but they don't tell you why you should do them. So today, each task, software solutions, why you should do it, and best of all, I'm going to free up as much free time as possible so you can do other things at the same time. So let's start off with the scan disk, probably one of the most long tasks you're going to have in front of you to do, or at least your computer to do. Why should you do this? Well, the scan disk actually scans the hard drive surface to see if there's any problems with the file integrity or integrity of the file system. This means if there are any issues, it will fix it. How do you get it to work is probably the most important question. Most people have seen scan disk, but probably haven't noticed how to get it started. Well, it's fairly easy to start this. So directly from the desktop, select My Computer. Under My Computer, select the hard drive in question, right-click, go to Properties, go under Tools, then you actually go under Error Checking. There is a bunch of options that say Automatically Fix. Check those all off. Then click OK or Apply or both, doesn't matter. And it will say that the next time the computer restarts, it will do it. Well, if you have free time right now and you want to watch a bunch of free movies on TV on Netflix that you've only paid like $7.99 for or $9.99 depending where you're living anyway, well, restart your computer right now, go get the popcorn, get all the soda, go get the kids, go in front of the TV and watch. When it's finished, if you have your speakers on, it will load into Windows and you'll know it's done. Meanwhile, it's done all the scanning all by itself. So, relatively painful and painless all at the same time. So, Steve, what is the next task? This one might be painful for those who don't like doing a lot of stuff. It is called the installation of unused software. Over a period of time, anybody, and I am talking to you, will install trial software, freeware software, a bunch of crazy add-ons to your computer, and you don't use them. What should you do about it? Well, my suggestion is get rid of it. Uninstall it. The easiest way to get rid of anything is go under the control panel and use the add and remove tool and uninstall all the software. You can even modify certain pieces of software and remove add-ons you don't use at all while maintaining the software you do actually use. Now, for all those buggy software solutions out there that don't want to remove themselves, you've got Revo and Uninstaller. Revo Uninstaller is a utility that is free that you can use to uninstall basically stubborn software or poorly compiled software. Just keep in mind, if it's poorly compiled, tell them. That way they can actually fix it or get rid of the software. Now, it will remove anything from the computer that has to do with the software, including the registry entries, which is important to remove. Therefore, it's not stuck in your computer. And best of all, since it's free, relatively painless except for the deciding which software you don't want to keep anymore. Here's a hint. If you haven't used it in 6 months, get rid of it. Now, there is the cleansing of the caches and temporary files to do, which includes the Internet temporary file folder. Well, I've got 3 solutions for you. Glare Utilities, CCleaner, and Advanced System Care. These software solutions are all free. All of them will scan your computer. They'll get rid of all the cookies from all the browsers, get rid of all the temporary internet files from all the browsers, they'll get rid of all the temporary files on your computer. Some of them even allow you to uninstall software that's also stubborn. They will basically cleanse your computer of everything that doesn't need to be there anymore. A warning though, for anybody who uses, like me, a website with cookies that has to use codes and whatever to enter, which probably means 100% of you, you will have to log into all those websites that you had already previously logged in. But once you clean your computer, don't worry about it. Just re-log in and that's it, and don't worry about anything else. It's also very good at getting rid of those files you don't want anybody to see in your trash. Most of these will delete the trash for you. So if you don't want to lose it, don't put it in the trash. Now the next thing you should be doing, Virus and spyware scanning. This looks painful, but it's not, I swear. You just turn the thing on, let it scan your computer, and it will check everything for you. Most of you have anti-spyware and antivirus software, but for those who are looking for one that has both, AVG Free, the 2011 free edition, which the link is in the show notes like the other software, has anti-spyware, antiviral, and anti-rootkit scanning with link scanning, which means you're basically safe and it will scan everything in your computer. Now, if you want to be even more in depth, I suggest SpyBot Search and Destroy. It will scan your computer for spyware before Windows boot, so before some spyware is capable of hiding. This way you know your computer's clean. If it's infected or infested or anything, restart the computer from scratch, format, and rebuild. Otherwise, if you've gone through this section and it's clean, it is clean, don't worry about it. Now, the next thing is the application of updates to software and hardware. Let's explain something to you. If it's hardware, and it works fine, and it's not buggy, and there's no performance issues, you don't need to update the drivers whatsoever. Updating hardware drivers is kind of like adding a plaster over another plaster. Don't do it if you don't have to. There's no point. But if it's software, you'll get benefits you couldn't get from hardware. You'll get performance upgrades, you'll get feature upgrades, you'll get better stability, and better security. And how would you know all this software in your computer needs to be updated? CNET's Tech Tracker. CNET, which has download.com, which is one of my favorite websites for downloading software, has millions of software solutions. So, once this software, the Tech Tracker, is installed in your computer, it scans your whole hard drive. And if it detects anything needs updates, it will tell you. Then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to start running around the internet trying to find out if these things are updated or not. These software solutions of yours might be something relatively common, and some of them may even include their own update tool, like iTunes already has one. So, Tech Tracker will do the job that some software can't do by themselves. This means you will have the latest, the greatest, the best version of each of your software solutions in your computer. Now, after uninstalling your computer's useless software, cleansing the caches in the temporary file folders, and checking for spyware and viruses in your computer, you have basically freed up the most amount of space you can possibly save in your computer. What should you do at this point? Defragmentation of any traditional hard drive. If you're running a solid-state drive, you don't need to do this. But if you're running a traditional hard drive, defragmentation is the way to go, because it will align all your data and actually cluster all the free space together. This means your virtual memory won't be broken into bits either, and your reader pin won't actually be riding around your hard drive trying to find pieces of files. So, the solution for this is Smart Defrag. And the reason why I don't suggest Windows solution, but the Smart Defrag solution is, it's better, it's faster, and the new one looks better. And if you like following colors along the screen, seeing where all these data sets are coming from and going to, that is the software you should go and get. Best of all, it's free. And also, just to point something out, the new version can now defrag the operating system files before Windows boots, and just so some of you realize this, it shuts down the computer when it's finished. This means you start it one day before you go to bed, and you wake up and your computer's closed. It's been defragged. It also leaves a log file for you to check later on to see what has been defragged in your computer. It also allows you the ability to analyze your hard drive. If you believe you need to do a hard drive defrag, you can. And it also gives you the option of defragging automatically whenever your computer is idle. Just telling you, it's free, and it does all that. The one from Windows? Nah, takes too long. And you're never quite sure when it's going to finish anyway. Smart Defrag gives you a timer. Hint, hint, Microsoft. timer. Now, the most painful automatic thing I can possibly give you. The creation of backups. Probably the only thing good about Microsoft is the invention of the SkyDrive and the Microsoft's Live Sync tool. Yes, it's great, but it's only got 2 gigs of space the last time I checked, and I do use it. So, get this. You already have an MSN account. You already have MSN installed on your computer. If you have Vista or 7 in your computer, you already have the Sync tool active, which means all you need to do is tell the Sync tool which folders and which files you want to keep. Then it uploads them to the private section of your SkyDrive, where it will maintain backups of your files automatically. That was so painful, wasn't it? Here's another option. About 2.5 more times of space at 5 gigs instead of 2. And, get this folks, it's called the iDrive. The iDrive also gives you the same functionality, except that it also works over smartphones and other computers and even other platforms. You can access it on the website, and you decide what the encryption key is going to be. Therefore, there is nobody going to look at your files even on the server. It's all encoded, encrypted, protected. So there's nobody going to know about those secret letters you're trying to hide from your husband or wife or brother or sister or spouse or whatever it is. Nobody's going to see your budget. Nobody's going to see your sensitive data. It's going to be backed up in a way that is secure. I can't say anything about the SkyDrive. We don't know, and there's no way to figure that one out. But the iDrive, which I've been using for years, that is us that keeps the encryption key. It's not on the server. It's not in the account. It's in your computer. Only you know it's there, and the software encrypts the data as it goes up and down using this key. It's not decoded during transit or left visible during transit. It's encrypted from your computer all the way to the server, where it stays encrypted until you re-download it. Best of all, the 5 gig account is free, and you can upgrade to unlimited for a certain amount of fee, which you can go and see on the website. But for a lot of you, 5 gigs will be more than plenty. And for anybody that wants more suggestions, any like upgrading your software, updating, uninstalling stuff you don't use, defragging and whatever, will still be like, well, I did all this, but I'm not getting any performance out of it. Let me explain to you something. Suggestions for faster loading computers. All the software like OpenOffice, Microsoft Office, anything that has automatic loaders that supposedly save you time in loading, don't save you time in loading. Anything that loads automatically, you should turn off. MSN, Skype, Microsoft Office, OpenOffice, anything that has an automatic starter, you should turn off. Because if you don't use the program every day, there's no point to have this thing turned on. So, if you don't use it every day, don't leave it on. And best of all, folks, if you use MSN, you don't need to preload it. Last thing you want somebody to know you're online because you just turned on your computer. So, turn those things off, and I promise you, when they're not loading your computer at startup, your computer will load faster. This is how you get better performance out of your computer, by not cluttering the startup of your computer. And just give you a note, if you download the Glare utilities, it will even tell you when you scan the startup for dangerous startup items, which items load too heavy in memory, just to give you an idea of which one you might want to download. It'll tell you if it's too dangerous, and things that are considered extreme will be turned off automatically by the program anyway. Now, next week I'll be talking about dual booting. I'm referring to dual booting with Ubuntu, the latest version, and Windows. And I'll try to make a demo of it, although I'm going to have to go and see if I can register into the Linux directly. Otherwise, I'm going to have to film it. But we're going to be talking about dual booting your system. We're going to do it without destroying your Windows system, and we're going to do it in the easiest way possible within Windows. So until next week, this has been your Technology Questions Answered. I'm your host, Steve Smith. Come back to see me next week. Goodbye. This show is produced by ZAxis Productions. You may visit their website at www.zedaxis.net. This show is hosted by Steve Smith, aka ZAxis, Digital Technologies Consultant. You may email him at steve.smith@zedaxis.net. Forward all questions, comments, topic suggestions, and stories to tqa@zedaxis.net. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/user/ZAxis1981. Have a great day. Until next week, this has been Your Technology Questions Answered.